Hello, welcome to the Princess Talks. How are you today? I'm hoping you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Last week was a blast, wouldn't you say? Well, it is summer, and I hope you will have a wonderful, wonderful summer. Well, it's not quite summer yet, but you know what I mean. Which brings me to today's show. Today's show title is Drunk Driving, or Drinking and Driving. I know, I'm not here to preach to any of you. However, I'm here to say, please, don't drink and drive. Drinking and driving can be dangerous and hazardous. I know, what a cliche. Seriously, folks, if you drink, please don't drive. Drinking and driving has all kinds of consequences, not just for you or the person you've injured or killed, but for society as a whole. Well, let's start with, how would you like to have to apologize to a man telling him, "I'm sorry, I killed your 26-year-old bride of 4 months. I'm so sorry." Little consolation. Or how do you say to a mother who's been trying to have a baby for the last 10 years, "Sorry, I killed your baby, your 3-week-old baby. You're on the way to the doctor's office." Little consolation. I'd like to think that most people who drink and drive are not real criminals. They just get into a situation. For example, maybe you're at a party and everybody's having such a good time, so you'll feel left out. Got to have that drink. Please, when you take that drink, think you're going to be getting into your automobile, which means you could have an accident. Let's be honest, most of us who are driving on the road, we see idiots every single day, or should I say careless people. People cut in front of us without signaling. And how about the smart ones, the ones who signal after they've changed lane? People tailgate, no, not because someone in front of them is driving necessarily slow, but because we live in a very rushed society. I'm a rushed person every day, but make no mistake, I would never think of cutting in front of someone before signaling. Nor would I drink and drive, but it's not about me. Each day we're out there on the road, we take our lives into our hands. Let's face it, being on the highway sometimes, there's no room for error. Now I ask you, since you know that, why would you drink and drive? No, it's not because you drink a lot. No, things happen. But you know what? Many accidents that happen does not have to happen. We cause them to happen, like it or not. I know, it's a stressful world, believe me. I'm stressed many days, like the rest of society. We have longer commutes, children to get to daycare, children to get to school, children to get to the playground, organized sports, the hockey game, football, dance class. We have to go see your mother-in-law. We have to go see your father in the hospital, our friends. We have to go to a funeral. We have to go to a wedding, birthday parties. Is there anything that we don't have to get to? No. However, that doesn't give you the right to drink and drive. I know it's all good. It's all good said and done. You're at a party, everyone is having a good time. How could you not have a drink? Remember this. Think if this was your family that's injured in an accident caused by a drunk driver. Think, this is your mother-in-law. This is your no-no that you've had for all these years. You're not a bad person. You're not bad people who drink and drive. You just make a mistake. Well, guess what? You don't need to make this mistake. You're smarter than this. How come in North America we talk about uncivilized society every day? Uncivilized people. We're so educated. We're so sophisticated. We're so above the rest of, well, many people. Yet still, we have such a high percentage of drunk driving. Why is that? Really, we really need to take a look at ourselves. Like I said, life is stressful, but guess what? So you're stressed? Okay, we'll make you a cop coming home from a horrible crime scene, and you're stressed to the max. Doesn't give you the right to go into a bar and have a drink, or have a drink when you get to your friend's house. No. You go home, have a drink there. Or how about you're a teacher, you've had a crappy day. Unruly kids, argumentative parents, I don't care what about your excuse. You need to control yourself. Take control of your behavior. Stress is a horrible, horrible thing. And unfortunately, it's not getting any better in our society today. No, it's not. But here are some tips for when you're stressed. Don't go to your office and drink, then get in your car and drive. Go for a walk in the park. When you get home, turn on the TV. Watch a silly game show, or a silly show, something comical. Try to bake a cake. That'll elicit your humor side. Sure it will. Call a friend. Maybe just walk to the grocery store and buy a lottery ticket and pretend you're going to be a winner, or just wish that you're a winner. I am trying to be serious here, because this is not a funny story. Drunk driving or drinking and driving costs society a lot. I won't even talk about the financial cost. Let's talk about the emotional and social toll. Emotionally, do you want to be seen as a convicted drunk driver? No, you don't. Think of all the families. Your parents. If you're a man that's divorced, you have an ex-wife. Your parents. Your children, if you have any. Your neighbors. Your boss. Your priest. Your rabbi. And so on and so forth. If you're a woman who drink and drive, even if you're not a mother, think of the parent whose child you've killed, or whose pet you ran over. Think of old Miss Sharma down the street, who you ran over. She's 85 years old. You know her. You've seen her every day. But one drink, one mistake, her life is ended. Think of the toll it's taking on her family. Then you have to go to the court. Perhaps you're sentenced. Perhaps you're not. Doesn't matter. Even if you get off, emotionally, I'm sure you'll be thinking of this. But for now, who cares about you? Think of the innocent, the people who are not to be blamed for their accident. Like I said, many accidents that have happened can be avoided. Yes, they can. They happen because, as human beings, we are careless. And some of us are reckless. And some of us have no regard for the law or for society, for the rest of the human beings running around. No, we need to be more considerate. We need to be kinder. We need to think of others, if not ourselves. Frankly, when a drunk driver kills themselves, I say, I don't care about you. I care about the other people. However, as a human being, I understand. People have problems. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe your wife is a bad, bad woman who's taking you for everything. Maybe your husband is dragging you through the mud. He's taking everything from you. Maybe you're an A student. Maybe you're a recent college grad. Maybe you're a newly married couple. Think, life can be beautiful if only we make the effort to make it beautiful. Life has its ups and downs, but for the most part, most of us, especially those of us that are living in larger cities that has all the amenities that life can offer, I don't care how bad life is. You have running water, food, fridge, stove, perhaps too many pieces of clothing, perhaps too many shoes, maybe too much makeup. You live in a nice high-rise building, a beautiful home with beautiful backyard, front yard, a deck, a pool, maybe not a pool, neighbors, cobblestone on your street. I once went to a house like that in the West End. It was beautiful. All I'm saying is, many of us have so much. We have no idea how lucky we are. And yet we show no regard for all that we have. As for people with lots of money, no, I'm not going to come down on you. But those of you who can afford to take a limousine from here to, shall we say, Oshawa, or even Ottawa, what is your excuse? For the sports figures that so many people look up to, the movie stars amongst us, the celebrities amongst us. Why do you drink and drive? Like I said, if you have no regard for your life, think of the rest of us. Those of us that are out strolling, going for a run, pushing our babies in carriages, walking with our grandparents, taking our dogs for a walk, maybe our cat. The point is, please don't drink and drive. I know, I must sound preachy. Well, it's reality. Summer is just around the corner. Many of us will be having a good time. But for God's sakes, please don't drink and drive. I am the Princess, and have yourself a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. When summer gets here, also, please enjoy the summer. Until next week, this is the Princess saying, au revoir, see you later. Ciao.